Hey guys, what's up? What's up, Light Truth? Hey, Fiber Purple. Hey, Samara. Hey, Val. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Denise. What's up, Vincina? I'd have to finish my cigarette first. So we're just gonna X out for a second. I don't know why my thing didn't go continually. What's up, Mandy? Hey, Linda. Hey, Steph. Didn't you say you don't do Chris Watts videos? I've seen you've done some. I've done a few, but not intensely. I didn't build my channel on Chris Watts or anything. But I mean, of course, I've spoke a couple of things about him. But after watching the video today, it was like, wow, it's Chris Watts all over again. Hey, Huckleberry. Hey, Fancy Kitty. Hey, Stace. Hey, Mar. Hey, Val. Hey, Betty Boop. So the reason why I'm doing so much on this channel lately, this channel's taking a hit big time. So I'm trying to rebuild it back up. Hey, Janelle. What's popping tonight? Lots of things. Lots of things are popping. I'm sorry, Fancy Kitty. But that's why I'm doing a couple of different things tonight. Hey, Susan. Hey, son. So, yeah. So, I figured that in order to rebuild this channel back up, I'm going to have to start at the basics. And because I lost a lot of my following from Making a Murderer, because I'm not really covering anymore. But then again, there's really nothing to cover. So, hey, Irish gal. So that's why I decided, let's start doing more on this channel, build it back up again. Watts is a sick son of a bitch. Oh, I agree with that. 100% I agree with that. So how you guys doing tonight? CW gave you lots of sleepless nights. I'm sorry. Hey, Twanda, I'm so glad you're home. So it's also just so weird, though, from this channel to my other channel. It the amount of differences is just weird. Noah's case pitiful. I agree with you. And that's why I wanted to discuss it. Hey, Traveling Nana. Thank you, Fancy Kitty. Hey, Ziggs. Actually, it was a last minute thing, but I don't know why I keep getting shadows. Hey, Vixen. I really don't know why I keep getting shadows so bad from it. So, someone gave me a really good idea earlier, which I think we're going to do Friday night. Hey, SMS. Hey, Scales of Justice. I know. Didn't know Yippee had another one till recently. You didn't know who had another one. So someone gave me a really, really good idea. And I think I'm going to do it Friday night. Oh, you didn't know I had two channels? You know I have two channels. You just said you like both of them. So Friday night, instead of doing PJ party, you can do ghost party. So I'm going to have people call in about their best ghost stories. So I'm going to call it paranormal night. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. Followed you again. I think you'll have more subs in the long run. I hope so, because this channel's taking a hit. And this was my main channel. Thanks, Melissa. That makes me feel good. And, yeah, I think it's a good idea, too. So I thank Dee for giving me the idea. I think it was Dee that gave it to me. And yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Ah, thanks, son. I usually get a lot of shit from my voice, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome too. I still waited. I watched both when the bell rang. Ah, thanks, Fancy Kitty. I mean, because the other one was supposed to be a continuation of this one. But then I got wrapped up in all the drama, and it just seemed to turn into a complete drama channel. So it's kind of like, depends on the mood. But it's definitely different. That noise is driving me nuts. So we're going to take those bracelets off. I just came from Ben Ashworth chat. Thanks, Marty. Hey, Nene. And it's just different, you know. It's just definitely different. Having both and seeing this one is my main one, and like so many people don't watch me anymore because it's not Making a Murderer. So it's just kind of weird. Like if I could break 100, I'm happy. You like the sound of the bracelet, Chewy? I can't stand it. Because every time I move my arm, you're going to hear it. So I'm going to start in like 5-10 minutes just because usually I don't start till I hit 100, but I don't think that's happening tonight. So we'll start sooner. But don't forget, tomorrow night, Sage is going to be on my other channel. Bringing you the best of a 14-year-old's life. I don't know. I think she's doing makeup again. Thanks, Tawanda. Hey, Mary. I know, right, Stacy? I even asked Eric Cozy, like, am I missing anything? He's like, no, not at all. Nothing's happening. So, I mean, if something did happen, I'd be right there to watch it, to bring it to you guys, but nothing's happening. So many are live right now, but we're more fun. Absolutely. She's so beautiful and so great to. I know. And she has fun too. And she's going to Florida for a month. And I was like, you can't forget about Wednesdays. I'll have to show you how to do it from a cell phone, but you can't just forget. Like you just can't. And I said, because then you'll lose the people that are, you have to be consistent. I was like, who am I to talk? Like, I was like the most inconsistent person out there. But, yeah, she's going to start on, she's going to do it every Wednesday, even when she's away. So it'll be fun. She'll have fun. I told her, I said, even if you do it with your friends, do an hour and just have fun with it. That's, people just want to see you. Just have fun with it. I like when you go off. I know it's stressful, but it's entertaining. Thanks, son. I don't really want to go off. She is on, I think, 7. Your daughter, Game of Thrones? Make sure you tell Sage, be careful, Crocs. Will do. Now, I'll be modding everything she does. Even when she's away, I'll still be modding. So, what time's Game of Thrones on? Game of Thrones is on late, though, isn't it? Ah, thanks, Tawanda. She's a good kid. She keeps coming in here. I want Chinese food. I'm like, no, you're not getting Chinese food. There's plenty of food in the fridge. Go off 100 more subs guaranteed. I'm trying to stay away from the drama on this channel. I just can't even believe how much my name is brought up when I'm not even around. Nobody's talking about me and they just constantly bring it up. And I don't get it. I really don't. Hey, Sherry. And it's crazy. That's why I call your haters Game of Thrones. That's true. No drama. No drama here. But what time is Game of Thrones on? Wasn't last night the last night of Game of Thrones? They are right now. I heard it 3 times in the past minute. See? Because they watch everything I do. They watch my numbers. They watch everything. I hear your name all night. That's exactly right. Oh, so Game of Thrones is over, so she doesn't have to worry about it. Good, so it's done. Hey, Ozzy. I'm not upset about being betrayed. I am more upset, like, there's other things I'm more upset over. It has nothing to do with being betrayed. Like, there's bigger issues to tackle. So I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes and then I'll start because I got a lot to say. But you know what's weird too? Like, what I don't understand is when this channel first went down, I had to rebuild the entire other channel from scratch because like only like so few people transferred from here to there. So now it's like getting people from there to here is just as hard. And I don't know why people don't watch 2 channels. It's very strange. It's like they just don't want to be on both sides. You know, they don't want to be on both channels. I don't know. It's strange. Hey, Liz. See, you watch both, Uisha. I actually lost you for a minute, though. And you watch both. But wait, just start. I know Uisha started on this one, I think. It's you on both? Yeah, it's me on both. I've got nothing better to do. I knew that, Marty. I know some of you guys did both, but I'm saying it's a lot of people won't transfer. I don't know. It's weird. So if you weren't here in the very beginning, let me just let you guys know. Friday night, we're going to have paranormal night where people are going to call in with like their craziest ghost stories or their scariest ghost stories. And that's what Friday night's going to be. And it should be a lot of fun. It should be interesting. So, all right. So I'm going to get right to it. Who has seen the Chris Watts video that ID Discovery put out? Has anyone seen it? Has anyone not seen it? I mean, not that there's like any information that we don't know already. You haven't. Okay, so most people have seen it. I'd say about half. Hey, Susan. No, it's on YouTube. I posted a link before. I'll post it again. You're right, Annie. It is nothing new. But one thing I didn't know, I thought definitively, I heard some info was wrong. That's what I was going to say, Nene, because one of the things that they said was that they did not do, the judge denied the DNA testing on the neck of the kids, which I thought they did test it. And I thought that, I'm choking myself, and I thought that, hey, old blue eyes, hey, Jura, I don't know. We paused it to join in here. Thanks, SMS. And I'm just like, I thought that they did do that testing, and that's why it turned out that she was cleared. And believe me, don't get me wrong, I do not believe that she had anything to do with it at all whatsoever. But I thought that they did test it and it came back that there was nothing on. And then on there, it turns out that they say that it was denied. The judge denied that testing for whatever reason. So then I was watching a couple of things, and a couple of things stood out to me, like really stood out to me. Is that one, they talk about the way Chris acted in the neighbor's house. Now, for those of you that didn't follow a couple of videos that I did about Chris Watts, let me explain. I knew he was guilty from day one. There was never a question in my mind. I never believed that Shanann had anything to do with it. I, like everybody else, was shocked at the end when it turns out how he actually killed everybody, or so he claims, which, I mean, you got to take it at face value. So the things that I'm saying, like, don't misconstrue it into thinking like I don't think he was guilty or anything like that, because I do. But hey Jenny, what I have a hard time with is the neighbor was saying how he acted so weird, like he acted strange when he was standing there. Well, his wife and kids are missing, so of course he's gonna act strange. So I don't really see how that was, like, I never thought of it then, but watching it today, I kind of sat back like, of course he's gonna act weird. His wife and kids are missing. Whether he killed them or not, he's still gonna act strange. So I kind of gave less credibility to that. They had the cadaver dogs there. Now, the biggest conversation is, did he kill them in the house and lie to the FBI? Or was he telling the truth to the FBI? This is probably the biggest, I don't know, ever. And all we can do is speculate, and all we can do is say, you know what? He had to have killed them. With the way he said it, or like, why would you make up a story like that? Like, who the fuck makes up a story that intense? So, I really started thinking about it, and I'm like, you have to take him for face value. You just do. Like, you have to think to yourself, if he's saying that's the way he killed them, then that's the way he killed them. So, hey Denise, hey, talk to me. So that, like, really got me thinking. And it really got me thinking, is he definitively guilty of what he says? Sorry, my son is about to walk in. Hey, what's up?
Have you been sending emails?
No, I will do it.
What?
You need to do it. Not just me. You need to do it.
Gather 20 emails.
Yes, you need to do it. It's your fundraiser.
But
I will help, but you need to do it.
You have more time.
All right, I'm live. Shoo shoo.
You have more contact information.
Kids. Sage's twin. All right, I think the name of my Chris was acting unusual versus typical behavior. No, Liz, that I get, but wouldn't you act abnormal if all three of your family is missing? Like, of course he's going to be on edge. Of course he's going to be jumpy. Of course he's going to be, like, over the top. Why wouldn't he be? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I didn't get over the top. He doesn't need candy bars. He needs 20 emails because they have to raise, like, $2,000. So the way the school does it is you gather emails, and then you gather emails of people that are going to buy stuff, and then you send them the fundraiser. I don't know why they do it like this, but he's yelling at me, grab emails. You can grab emails too, you know. They don't do candy bars anymore. I wish they did. So anyway. So the neighbor, and I was going to get to that. Thank you, D. LaPlante. And so the way the neighbor was saying a lot of things that just kind of didn't add up. But I don't want to come back to it. Thanks, guys. He's swaying back and forth, arms together, supposedly defense mechanism. I know that's what they say, like that's body language. But look at anyone whose family's missing, they're gonna want to be closed. They're gonna want to hide. I don't know, I would. Like, if you watch the way he stands in pictures and stuff, he does stand like that. So that's what I'm saying, like, I didn't give that much credibility to it. But, swaying back and forth is self-soothing. Okay, but his family's missing. So that could mean something there too. Hey, Barbara. So I'm just saying that his body language on the porch was different. That's true too. But I don't even want to focus so much on that because we know he killed his family. But the question is, where did he kill his family? Do we believe that he killed them in the house? Or do we believe he killed the story that he said? That's what we don't seem to know. And that's what kind of where I wanted to focus on tonight. They had Godiva dogs. And the Godiva dogs, they already found the sheet in the house. So what I didn't understand is, didn't Chris say that he wrapped the sheet up and he brought it out of the house? And didn't he bury her in a sheet and a blanket? So what sheet was in the garbage? I think he killed him in a house. But that's what I'm getting at. I believe he killed his wife in the house and girls in the well, he definitely killed his wife in the house. That we know. And the question is, do you believe? Yeah, for the sheets on the bed. But what I'm saying is, why would you wrap her up in like sheets and then not use all the sheets? Why would you only use half the sheets? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so you could have 2 sheets, but even with 2 sheets, why would you only use one? Why wouldn't you just wrap her up on both of them? And if you're smart enough to bring everybody out of the house, why would you leave the sheets in the garbage can? So these are all the things, like, I start thinking, like, did he even kill Shanann at the house? Or did he just kill everybody at the oil tanks? Because I can't imagine why you would wrap her up in half of it and then not in the other half. So the story goes that he killed her at the house and took the girls and killed the girls in the oil tanks or smothered them. Now, if the girlfriend was involved, though, how'd she leave the house? Like, that was another thing I thought of. Maybe, just maybe, he killed Shanann at the house and then took the girls out of the house and then, what's-her-name, cleaned up. But that's not even possible because the house was locked from the inside. So unless she crawled out a window, that couldn't have happened. Bella would have been asking for her mom. But they said that she did. She might have been the girl sent. But the Godiva dogs, that's what I don't remember, and they didn't really get into it much. Did the Godiva dogs find anything at the house? Or they just found the sheet? Like, did they trail the scent out of the house? Did they trail the scent up the steps, in the basement, anywhere? That's what I don't remember. He didn't have a lot of time. No thought process was involved. But if there was no thought process involved, how did he know to wrap Shanann up and bring the girls out? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. There was a charge for a taxi cab on her credit card. Oh, there was? I don't remember that. But how'd she get out of the house? I feel like they never definitively said. See, Liz, that's what I was thinking. Trail the scent of girlfriend in basement? They hit on something in Bella's room, I thought. You can see a truck in Twisted True Cindy Channel. I think he killed all at the house. Said kids at oil field to protect NK. See, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that he was still protecting NK at that point. And to come up with such a horrific story. I mean, that story was horrific. Why come up with such an absolutely horrific story just to protect somebody that you're never going to see again regardless? No, I don't believe the girlfriend wasn't there at all. I don't think she had any idea what intentions. See, Carly, I am with you on that. I don't believe that she was this horrendous person. I really don't. Remember they said they picked up one scent of one of the girls in his truck. But were the Godiva dogs trying to scent out death or just their scent? Because of course they'd be in the truck. Because, I mean, that's their dad. And why only one of the girls? Didn't both of the girls go? So that's why I don't remember hearing much about the Godiva dogs. And I don't remember much people talking about the Godiva dogs. Bella can tell her mother is dead. Death and trauma dogs. Okay. But they didn't pick up really anything at the house, right? Okay, wasn't I do believe the girls were killed at the oil tanks. Thanks, Tard. As the girls alerted in the basement. The dogs alerted in the basement. Yeah, I didn't know there was a thing called trauma dogs. But I never really followed the case with the dogs. So, I thought there was a hit somewhere in the basement. Okay. Was it the kid scent or was it Shanann's scent? Because I'm thinking maybe from what you guys just said, is it possible that he was going to leave them in the basement until he got home from work? Or maybe like he didn't think. Trauma dog hit in Bella's room under her bed. Did he drag her by her hair? Don't know. They brought the dogs in when they were still considering missing. Kids were already gone by the time the wife came home. He already had them wrapped up, and then he killed his wife and he dumped all their bodies. Horrible burn in hell. That's one theory, Carly. Why would he take the girls with him to get rid of Shanann's body? He could have left them in bed and covered his tracks. He took the girls because they were already dead. That's a pretty good point, Marty. That's actually a really good point. There was no trial, so no evidence was used, period. We don't know what they would have used because he took a plea. I know, it was like the worst plea ever. Come out, wherever you are, NK, because Chris will be dropping a dime on you. But the case is done. Even Nicole, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, they're never going to charge her. Because there's no point in like, in my opinion, if she was involved, there's no reason to ruin her life. It's not going to get him any less time. There was lots of Shanann's hair on the back of the truck. Well, we know Shanann was in the truck. Godiva dogs are trained to use their sense of smell to locate remains. But did they bring the Godiva dogs to the site? Because my opinion, if they would have brought the Godiva dogs to the site, then they would have been able to have the cadaver dogs sent if they went in the exact path that he went down. You know what I mean? Like if he killed them the way he said and then dragged them or carried them to the oil tanks, they would have seen him. Like they would see him. They would know. No drone. I thought a drone found her. They did bring it to the site, and what happened? NK wish she never met Chris, so I believe that. Alright. At that point, they were already looking for 3 of their scents to see where it led. Kessinger's involved. She must be charged with at least conspiracy. But Raquel, I don't think that it's even gonna matter. Like, I don't think he's ever gonna roll on her. Honestly, I really don't. Chris would have to snitch on her, and there's like no point in bringing her down with him. You know what I mean? There's just no point in it. Like, it's not going to get him any less time to bring her down. That's why I don't think that he would bring her down. He had already picked the spot he was going to put them in. He thought it out. Oh, absolutely, he thought it out. There is video of one of the girls walking to the truck after loading Shanann. The shadow video. He's telling the truth on his last story. That shadow video, I never bought, honestly. I thought it was like so over the top. It could have been a tree moving, and a lot of things can bring shadows. So I don't know if I ever bought that whole shadow video, but I never really watched him. But the couple things I saw, I just thought it was a little over the top. Dog handler asked Chris about the girls' shoes when they wore their shoes last. Shoes for wet from water balloon fight. The girls didn't have the shoes on in the oil tanks? Do you really think he was going to get away with that? But here's the sick part, Carly. He wouldn't have gotten away with Shanann. He could have gotten away with the girls. Who was going to look in oil tanks to find the girls? Now, if he would have dumped all 3 of them in those oil tanks, he would have never gotten caught. I mean, maybe because he works there, it's possible. But I really don't think he would have gotten caught. I think if he would have been able to lift her, they were a done deal. Hang on. Hush. Sage! So now I have to text my daughter so I don't scream across the entire house. He would have never been able to carry her body up 2 sets of stairs if he See, that's another thing. If Nicole was there or Nicole was a part of it, why wouldn't she help him drag the body? Let him out. Why wouldn't she help him drag the body? That was the other thing I thought of. She didn't want to fit in the 8-inch diameter. Oil tanks don't exist? What do you mean oil tanks don't exist? Maybe that was the plan. He was exercising like a maniac, or maybe too heavy, or realized oils were too small. They still would have given him a lie detector test, though. Of course, oil tanks exist. Where did you get? Yeah, I don't get. What do you mean they didn't exist? They did exist. They were right there. And the girls were buried in oil and everything. They exist. Are you from Mars? It was a mirage, yeah. Nicole did not have the body strength to carry the bodies, but the ability to plan the murders. I just don't see her doing that. I don't know why. I just don't. I've never believed she was involved. Plus, GPS gave his locations away. Well, yeah, but he had to go to work. So the GPS really doesn't mean much because he had to go to work. Truly bit in my heart, she was not. I don't believe she was involved either. I never did. See, I agree with everyone there. I never thought she was involved. But even with his GPS giving his signals away, he worked there. Ask those fighting KLX lines 3 and 5 pipelines. Maybe he didn't help with the bodies. Maybe her friend Jim. I think she was just hoe that broke up, that was sleeping with a married man. But also probably a married man that lied and said how, he was going to leave his wife and that how much he loved his wife. And how much he didn't love his wife anymore. And she was pregnant with a baby he didn't want. And maybe the baby wasn't his. Cheating guys tell women all sorts of shit. How can I plan and agree to murder when you know someone 6 weeks? Good point. But he called the guy who works with the knife. That's how we know it was planned. Exactly right. I believe she wanted him all to herself without the kids. Wishful thinking, but he drew conclusion. I really don't think she had anything to do with it. I really don't. Pretty sure Cozy did it. I don't think she had anything to do with it either. I never did. Cheating men will say anything. It's exactly right. She stalked him in Shanann for a year before. No, I heard that was an error. I heard that was a typo on the cop's part or whoever's part. I don't think that was really an issue. I don't know about her friend Jim. Who's her friend Jim? It was on her computer. But even if she did stalk him, it still has nothing to do with murdering. Murder is a big line to cross. They planned it. It would have been smarter to plan it a little better. He didn't want NK to know he was a man that could do that. I agree with that, Barbara. I absolutely agree with that. That he didn't know. And he wouldn't know. Homewrecker is not a murderer. That's exactly right. Jim was just a friend. That's the extent of him. It really doesn't matter anymore. They will never come back. What a tragic story. Meanwhile, taxpaying money to keep him alive. Don't bother Jim. Leave Jim alone. It was interesting to hear that family annihilators are white men in their 30s that are meek and soft-spoken. That is true. But look at all serial killers. Most serial killers, I don't think there's ever been a black serial killer. Married men all tell the same lies when they cheat. Absolutely. You can't even imagine what she was going through knowing the man she loved was a murderer. And it's not even just a murderer. He wiped out his entire fucking family. That's more than a murderer. That's a sick human being. And the way he did it. And think about it like this. Let's say there has been black serial killers. Who? Name 5 black serial killers. Like, famous black serial killers. High profile is the word I'm looking for. Atlanta murders, that's 1. Freemasons? Eugene? Who's that? OJ wasn't a serial killer. And OJ, I believe me, I know OJ's guilty of killing them. But OJ was he was found not guilty. You can't use him. How does a homewrecking tramp get away with tell the FBI to leave Jim alone? I don't even know who Jim is. The guy who killed, that's what they said, the Atlanta. I don't even know who that is, Val. Is it a family annihilator? I guess that's Thing and Ellie. It was one in Memphis, can't remember his name. Married men are the biggest liars, disgusting. That's very true. Well, not all married men. Henry Louis Wallace, Wayne Williams, names are not familiar. Wayne Williams is semi-familiar, but not major familiar. But I'm saying, like, it's not... Wayne, okay, so people keep bringing up the same one. But these aren't big like Ted Bundy, Son of Sam. You know, I'm not... All right, so let me rephrase that. I'm not saying they don't exist. But they're not like your Ted Bundy, Son of Sam, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. Wayne Williams was pretty big, but I'm saying that it was everyone keeps bringing up the Atlanta. Tim Jones is a family annihilator. He was found guilty on all counts, by the way. John Wayne Gacy, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Daisy. I couldn't think of the name. Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, everybody knows these people. That's what I was kind of saying. Iceman, you know, everybody knows them. Jeffrey Dahmer was a very sick human being. There was a video. Lou Magnotta? Oh my God. I think I spoke about this once. I do not get nauseous easily. I can handle gore. I can handle blood. I can handle all of it. The Lou Magnotta video literally made me puke by the end of it. I was so grossed out and so disgusted that even thinking about it turns my stomach. I don't know who saw it. It was disgusting. Wayne Williams, the name of the one you couldn't remember. No, John Wayne Gacy was the one I couldn't remember. Now you are. Guy in Ohio. True crime is no. There are certainly. What I'm saying is that they're not as big as. They're not as big as white, is what I mean. And thanks, Marty. Looks like that was Hannibal. Yeah, it was. Even the thought of it just turns my stomach. But guys, what I'm saying again, what I mean is it's not like, I'm not saying there's no big black serial killers, but people have to Google them. You can't rattle off 5 of them off the top of your head like John Wayne Gacy, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it is known that there are more white people on death row than black, and there have been way more white serial killers than black ones. That's fact. They're not as common, I'll give you that. Can't go names. Ask me tomorrow and I will. I'm just saying that. Oh, did he really, Nene? Samuel Littleton. Come on, guys. Do you guys know what I mean, though? I mean, you can't deny it. People had to look it up, or you're scattering for names. So are family annihilator serial killers? I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean, what's the definition of a serial killer? Definition of a serial killer is someone that kills more than one, right? So when you look at the definition, most black serial killers haven't been caught. Okay, it is 3 or more. Familicide is family killers. See, but I never use the word annihilated. I always use the word exterminated. He just exterminated his entire family. Annihilated, exterminated, same thing. Just weird. Like, really weird. Richard Ramirez, he wasn't black. So speaking of serial killers, Question. Who do you guys think was the Zodiac killer? Security guard refused to go to Nicholas Cruz's mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School was arrested today? No shit. He was arrested for... I actually know someone that was killed in that. A family friend's son. Who I've known, like, my whole life. One of them didn't even get a chance to breathe. He got arrested for that reason? I know how many black cannibals in modern world. Zodiac's probably a creeptastic white dude. Yes, in jail, 6 felony counts. Wow. The Zodiac story was someone who never got caught. He killed, raped many, many, many people and never got caught. And he did it over a period of years. And he used to send signs to the police department with Zodiac signs. And that's why the police named him the Zodiac Killer. And he never got caught to this day. Six felony counts, bail's $105,000. Jake Gyllenhaal is a Zodiac Killer? What makes you say that, Nene? Nobody can ever say definitively who it is. He's never been caught. They think he's dead. They think a lot of different things. Newspapers. Oh, that's right. He sent it to newspapers. And the police station. That's what a lot of people said, Liz, that he was in law enforcement or military or something. Then other people said he was, you know, the Night Stalker. Yeah, I remember the Night Stalker. But he just did it over the course of like 20 years, and then it just all stopped one day. He was a cryptic freak for sure. Absolutely. I want a Zodiac watch. I know you did, Cindy, right? Hey, Hockey Mom. No, there's been a lot of people that wonder who the Zodiac really was. Did he really die? You know, did he just stop killing? Why did he stop killing? Did he go to jail? I remember child neglect because he wouldn't go into school and was caught on video going away from shots. I think the kid who killed 17 kids there last Valentine's Day was named Nicholas Cruz. 11 charged, I think. Like the Golden State Killer, he stopped. I would stop. I mean, if I was like that, I would stop. I wouldn't keep going. Lady Justice here on YouTube. Has full trial. Dead, then are arrested or moved on somewhere else. Don't think Zodiac would have just stopped. See, but that's the thing. If you can't get caught and you're going on and on and on and on and you're not getting caught and you're leaving signs, you probably got bored and just moved on. Like, you may have just stopped. When he called Melvin Bear and said it was his birthday and that he wanted to kill again. I don't know, Steph. Dexter was my hero. It just, I don't know. If he was military or was cops, the thrill could have been gone and he may have just stopped. The hi-fi killers in Utah were black. Eventually, they're all forced to stop due to one reason or another. That is true. Ziggy, I absolutely disagree with that. I never bought into the whole Ed Edwards thing. It is such bullshit. Ed Edwards killed like one person. He was convicted of like one killing in his life. He was not a killer. He was not a murderer. He was a small crime dude. So I don't know why everyone believes this Ed Edwards thing. It is such bullshit. DNA, Mr. Zodiac. Yeah, but he stopped killing a long time ago. I want the purr. What's the purr? Washington. I know the Washington, D.C. killers were, but I'm saying that you don't know their name. You want the purple hair back? That nobody, they're not as prominent as white serial killers, is what I'm saying. He killed one couple, Ziggy. That was it. He killed one couple. That was it. Everything else was totally, like, different. Earl Van Best was most likely a Zodiac killer. Died in 84. I don't know. There's been so many rumors about who the Zodiac killer is. Then his adopted son. Ziggy, he had nothing to do with it. His timeline was totally different than the guy, that dude that wrote about him. His timeline was totally different. His real timeline, I should say, was totally different. He's been proven to kill 2 people. That was it. That's the only thing Ed Edwards has ever been proven on. 2 people. Or 3 people, I think. That was it. Nothing more. I have no idea who the Zodiac killer is. I honestly have no idea. And I almost wouldn't even try to guess. Because I just have no clue. So, let's switch gears. I like your setup with the colors and chat and trees. It's Streamlabs. It's different Streamlabs pieces put together. I read all I could get my hands on about him for a while. Yeah, but Ziggy, the timeline for the real Ed Edwards and the timeline that Cameron put together are 2 totally different timelines. Cameron has him in places that he wasn't. I believe in Time Magazine, their timeline of Ed Edwards, I believe that a lot more than Cameron, who was trying to make a lot of money. I still can't see Ben. I could see him on here. What's up, Ben? Could say hello, Valerie. It won't hurt. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? Who was DB Cooper? There you go. So we're going to switch gears to a really, really sad story that I'm still confused about. So do you guys believe in euthanasia? I'm going to pull it up. So this girl from the Netherlands, you do believe it. At what age do you believe it? But what age do you believe it in? Depends on the circumstances. For medical reasons. Not 17. This story is heartbreaking. So, a 17-year-old Dutch girl who did not have any kind of lifelong disease. She wasn't dying of, terminal illness that she was never going to recover from. She was 17 years old, and she chose to be euthanized at her home last week after she said the pain of being raped and molested as a child had become unbearable. So she was from Arnhem, Netherlands. She wrote on an Instagram post a day before her death that she breathes no longer lives, but no longer lives. Her sister confirmed her death on Sunday. The Dutch first legalized euthanasia in 2001, the same year that she was born. It's finished. I have not really been alive for so long. I survived, and not even that. I'll get straight to the point. Within a maximum of 10 days, I will die. Pothoven wrote in her native Dutch on Saturday. After years of battling and fighting, I'm drained. I have quit eating and drinking for a while now, and after many discussions and evaluations, it was decided to let me go because my suffering was unbearable. If you look at the picture, she has cuts all over her arms. It's heart-wrenching to me. She had thousands of followers on Instagram. She says that I deliberated for quite a while whether or not I should share this, but decided to do it anyway. Pothoven wrote to over 9,000 followers on Instagram. Maybe this comes as a surprise given my post about hospitalization, but my plan has been there for a long time and it's not impulsive. She openly shared her long struggle dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anorexia on social media. Teenager was also penned an award-winning autobiography titled Winning or Learning, which detailed her assault and rape at a young age and her work to try to overcome the psychological ramifications. She concealed sexual abuse for many years out of a sense of shame and fear, according to reports. And I can't understand, like, it happens to so many people. And I can't imagine, like, people not wanting to get her help. Bring it to the U.S. There's help for it, And, like, what happens if every 17-year-old, everyone that went through it, would kill themselves over it? Like, I just can't see it. And I know the Netherlands are not us, but I just can't see why why they would allow it. And I understand, like, the anorexia can definitely play a big part of your psychosis. And the anorexia is definitely gonna, like, you're gonna feel worthless. But there's so many people that have gone through what she's gone through and get through it. And they live full lives. So I can't imagine that they would allow a 17-year-old to do this. And I can't imagine her parents allowed it. In her book, she wrote she was sexually assaulted at a school party when she was 11. She was raped by 2 men just 3 years later when she was 14. Her mother said at the time of her daughter's book should be mandatory reading for social workers and those responsible for adolescent psychological care. She also publicly criticized the fragmented mental health system in the Netherlands, calling the bureaucracy maddening. You allow your daughter to euthanize herself. You allow your daughter to kill herself at 17, and you're worried about the mental health profession? How about as a mother? So I've been crying way too much. um, I just think I can't even imagine a mother just allowing their daughter to do that and then blaming the Mental Health Society. Like, how can you blame anybody else when you ultimately allowed your daughter to do that? I agree they shouldn't have laws like that. But like, I think about it like, what if my parents allowed me to kill myself because I was anorexic? Like, who does that? You know what I mean? I don't even know why I'm crying. um, and then she had sought services, but reportedly she was turned away due to her age. Children as young as 12 can legally seek to be euthanized in the Netherlands, but a doctor must first determine that the patient's pain is unbearable before they can be accepted. 7 such cases were accepted between 2002 and 2015. The practice was intended for those suffering from terminal cancer and similar excruciating physical conditions. But the law also allows people suffering from severe psychological pain to seek euthanasia. It is limited to those with intact mental facilities and unbearable and hopeless suffering. But, like, she was feeling that way because she was anorexic. Like, she was feeling that way because she never got help in dealing with what she was dealing with. And I can't imagine how they think this is okay or how they allow this like it's perfectly okay. Under Dutch law, a patient must repeatedly ask to die, which, I mean, as someone that had anorexia, you wouldn't know it now, but someone that suffered from anorexia for many years, of course you want to die. That's why you stop eating. Like, you have no control over anything. And death would be the ultimate control. And when your brain is gone from not eating, I mean, it takes a lot of work to get better. A second doctor must agree in writing the death is justified, and a postmortem panel made up of a doctor, a jurist, and an ethics expert have to confirm that those requirements have been met. I know, right, Carly? I should be having a cigarette break. And many in the country still feel uncomfortable legal euthanasia, particularly from minors and those suffering from psychiatric illnesses, which is a good point. Lisa Westerveld, a member of the House of Representatives of the Netherlands, reportedly visited Pothoven in her home in the days leading up to her death. It was nice to see her again. It was also very unreal. Noa was incredibly strong and very open. I will never forget her. We will continue her struggle. She told her followers not try to talk her out of this. This is my decision and it's final. Love is letting go in this case. And I can't imagine why her parents allowed it. Like, it's not even like, I can even see, like, if she was, Mary, I'm going to get to yours in a minute. If she was molested from, like, you know, her parents sold her for crack or something, you know, like, that I get. I can totally understand that. And, you know, she was molested her entire life. But she had 3 instances. She had one at 11, one at 14, and then the anorexia. I am sure the one at 14, if she's only 17, spawned her anorexia. It usually does. But I just can't imagine her mom being okay with this. Like, take her to the States. Take her somewhere. Like, it almost feels selfish. Does whoever stop talking? Hold on, I gotta get back to this so I can boot someone. And I just, was it someone she knew? It doesn't say. I know, that's why she's gone. There's always gonna be an asshole. So I remind you today, smoking hot. Thank you, Bad Wolf. I know, trolls. You're gonna have trolls. I can't help it. Her mother might as well kill herself. That's what I'm saying, Liz. Like, how do you, like, just, how are you okay with your daughter dying at fucking 17? You know, I just don't get it. I'm telling you guys, I'm crying way too much lately. It's because it's that time of the month, and I thought I was finished with it, but I'm not. So now I'm all like emotional. I could not allow my daughter to kill herself and be okay with it. Didn't matter how much suffering. Like, you just can't. I know you're not trolling. Because I agree with you. Her mom had to have had issues. But now I am smoking a cigarette. Because now I'm not even reading it. I'm just thinking about it. And I'm getting tears. Like, I think to myself, what if my dad gave up on me? Oh my God, I wouldn't even be here. No, she was only 17. But in there, it was 13 to 17. I mean, 12 and up. And the flow. All right, I'm not alone. Because I do. I think about, like, you can't give up on your child when they're hurting the most, you know? And when she's going through that, that's like, that's when they need you the most. You know, you don't say, okay, let's kill yourself. In Netherlands, after 16, they need the consent. But I can't imagine allowing my daughter to do that. Struggle is real. You're right. I just can't imagine it. That's true. We don't think like them. After 16, you don't need consent. But still, fight. Like, fight for your daughter. It's just crazy. I would have did it back then if legal. So Mary Wanson is also approved for euthanasia. I don't know how many people know that or how many people don't, but she has been approved for a long-term, never recovering illness. And every day she says, today's the day, today's the day. And thankfully it's not the day. Canada has euthanasia programs different than the United States. And I keep telling her that you don't want to do it because you never know. Like, there could be hope one day. You never know. Maybe something can change. And that's why I don't believe in it. See, Lab, that's a hard one. That's one I don't know what I would do. That's what I don't even like to think about. See, Mr. Jimmy, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you never know. You know, things could change with the right help. And that's what I'm saying. She just needed the right help. Nene, what's 514? I need to stop crying on lives. I need to stop doing sad stories. Maybe I'm just getting old. And everything makes me tear. There is no cure to date and no way I can't let him go. I agree. She had no one advocating for her. Well, your mom's different, Mary. The day I stopped vaping, I still vape. Just sometimes you need something a little stronger than a vape. I'm the same today. Cindy, but I've been like this for a while. I thought I was going through it, but I'm not. I mean, now I got it, and it came in like a fucking storm. Here it is. The U.S., it's over 18 with those few states. You know, but like Mar was saying it. I don't know what, hey, Poppy, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I could allow my child to do that. I really don't. But then again, if it's never going to fix and he's never going to get better, possibly. 58 here and still going through it. I know my mom went through it really young. My mom went through it at like 46, 47. Oh, okay, Ozzy. I have children who are not going to move. Liz, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Who said it was a sign of weakness? Oh, you're saying to me. I know. I didn't say it was weakness, but if you... The last, like, 3 lives, I cried. See, I'm not getting hot flashes, though. It cleanses the soul, but it also gets makeup in your eyes. Totally done 9 years ago when I was 45. I wish. I thought I was done. I really did. And then it came on like a foof. So, all right. So no more tears. I'm not going to cry anymore. But don't tell your family doctor you're crying. They will put you on antidepressants. I won't take antidepressants. I just want to be done with it, you know, like just finish, done, kaput. Let my daughter go through it. Have you heard from Mac? I heard from her the other day. She wrote me in Patreon yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. She's kind of, honestly, she's kind of fed up with all the hate. And she's been kind of lurking in rooms to see what is really going on and who's really starting it and where she wants to be. And she's really upset with what she's seeing in other rooms. But I'm pretty sure that was yesterday that I got an email from her. Hey, Angel. Jennifer, I agree. It's sad. So that was like the base story of it. So she wrote the book in 2018. Okay. So the problem was, all right, this is why she did it. Her organs were starting to fail, but they were starting to fail from the anorexia. They were starting to fail from the anorexia. That's why they allowed her to do it. She was put in a coma and fed via tubes. That's why they allowed her to do it. is because she was near organ failure, but that was from the anorexia. I've heard that name, Brittany Maynard. Um, I understand that, Mar. Homophobic doctors, Ben? I didn't even know there was such a thing. Who, Brittany Maynard? Light Truth? I don't even know if this is true. Where's the proof? Maybe that was all done to just push sales of a book. No, her 9,000 Instagram people say it. Every news story covered it. So 6,500 people ended their lives using euthanasia in the Netherlands in 2017. So her dad said that she went electric shock treatment or electroshock therapy. He'd hoped she'd see bright spots in life again, perhaps fall in love or learn to discover that life is... So that's when I lose it. Whenever they talk about life ending is when I lose it. You know what it is? I think it hits me the most. Yeah, 6,500 people in 2017. Electric shock therapy, I thank God never had to go through it. What about those quacks that pull cancer out of your body and throw it in a metal bowl? I have a hard time with it because I sit there and I think like that could have been me. But I had such great parents that stuck by me and got me the help that I needed that if they didn't, that could have been me. And to know where I came from to where I am now, just in like my happiness from then to now, if not for my parents, I probably wouldn't even be here. If not for my twins, I definitely wouldn't be here. So, I look at stories like this where people are so helpless or they feel so helpless. And it's like you just want to reach out, like there's a better tomorrow. Like you can do this, Mar, if I read that out loud, I promise you I will cry. So don't think I'm not seeing it. I just know me. But I will try. So Mar's son was diagnosed with lymphoma stage 3 after a full chemo round on the day of confirming. I can't. I tried, Mar. I can't do it. So let me try that again. Alright, I'm not even gonna try it. I can't. Hey, Long Island girl. I can't stay long. I'm an early day tomorrow. Hey, Italian girl. Mars, is all your fault. All right. So I'm not going to cry. All right. So Mara's son has lymphoma 3, stage 3 after a full round of chemo. On the day confirming remission, he was diagnosed with brain cancer stage 2. Got radiation, but no cure to date. And that's what Mara's going through. I love you too, Val. Let's think puppies for a second. Okay. We can think puppies. Where's Fluffer? And Fluffer's right here. He's at my feet. Think of Brian naked when you need it. That's a good one. Yeah, that's not a sight I want to see. Definitely not a sight I'd ever want to see. Come here. He wouldn't let me get him. I was this close. I was so close. Come here, Fluffer. Come here. He's running away. So, yeah. I thought Laura was throwing up. I might if I think about that too hard. I'll go up the staircase and do a Brady Bunch photo. I don't have a staircase. Oh, the staircase behind me. I agree, Poppy. My heart just dropped to my stomach. I know, right? We do need Winsty. He ran inside to my daughter. He's looking at me like, I ain't coming near you, crazy bitch. Now you see why I couldn't be here. Lost here. I'm glad you're here. Your son and you will definitely be in prayers tonight and every night from this day forward. Well, he's fired his co-host. He was at my feet. And then he ran away. He saw me crying and ran away. But that Brian picture definitely sticks in my head, and I think I'm good with the tears. I made it until now without crying, but too late now. I just understand how horrible things happen to such nice people and such good parents. I agree. It's gotta be tough. I can't even imagine more. I really can't. Yeah, that Brian, picturing Brian is good. All I see is that mullet. He once came on a live. I invited him on panel. He had no shirt on. I'm like, Brian, please put a shirt on, please. 2 nights in a row I've cried on your channel. I know, right? Sage is up. She was supposed to go out tonight, and she got all dressed in her new clothes, and her friends canceled. But I realized something though. My son is always out. My little one's with his dad for the summer, and she's going away. And I was walking around the house before. I'm like, this would be a perfect time to have a real life. Because my kids are teenagers now, and they're always out, and they're always doing something for summer. And it's almost like I miss them being little. I miss them being around, I miss them just being here. And it's kind of sad. See, I cry and views go up. He has 2 mullets. Ew, hockey mom, gross. And I miss them being little. And I miss them always being home. And as much as I always wanted them out, now I miss them being around. It sucks they do outgrow me. I do see a date in my future. I really do. I definitely do. It's now's the time. I need to start dating again and going out there, and it's true. They don't need me as much, and at least I know my little one is usually always here. But like she's going away for a month, my little one's gone, and my son is always at his girlfriend's because it's too hot here. Well, I'm sorry, I don't keep the AC on 65. Um, and I'm like sitting and like I'm lonely. It's me and the dogs. I'm like, what do? I clean. A date with a man, that is correct. That's usually who you date. They come back. I'm sure they will come back. I know, Stacy. I think Laura's been sponsored by Kleenex. Make us all cry. Dang, give us a coupon code at least. For real. And you know, it's like, but I like to be honest with you, I've met so many awesome people through YouTube that are going through things that are so much worse than me, like Sarcasm and Mar and Susan Livingston, who just broke her hip, and Lost here, and you know, everyone. One of my Patreons is going through a horrific divorce that I've been through, and you know, I sit back and I think like I don't have it so bad. Like, you know, those little things that weigh me down or that I can change. And I think about like everybody else, and I just, it gets me depressed too. Like, cause I wish I could help them, you know, I wish I can find Sarcasm Son or help my Patreon that's going through a horrific divorce. You know, and I can only offer advice, but you know, I look around, I'm like, you know what? Things aren't so bad. You know, my kid being over the top isn't so bad. You know, I wish that I wish I could help more. I really do. Save Rabbit just lost 2 ants. Dating period is brutal. It is. I hate dating. I absolutely hate it. One day I'll walk without a walker. Yeah, where's Harry been? Harry should be like 70% better. If I was single, I wouldn't date. I have not dated for a while. But it's at the point where the kids are getting older. I don't have to worry about them anymore. I don't have to worry about dating and, you know, worrying about getting them a babysitter. Like, they can sit home for a couple of hours if they're even here. Do help you by just being here on YouTube more than... thanks, Mommy of 3. I cannot do today's dating by dating online. Yeah, it's rough. You can help by speaking what you've been through in all seriousness. Oh, I've been through a lot. Believe me, I've been through a lot. If my life wasn't my life. But, you know, the things that I've been through doesn't compare to somebody's 30-year-old son missing. You know, like, there's nothing that I've been through that can compare to that. And that hurts, you know. I just wish I could make it better for her. You need Wogs Drive. I do need Wogs, right, Poppy? Get on Bumble? What's Bumble? Let me tell you, I tried the online dating. Okay, I did. I tried it. I made a profile. I went on there. I gave one person my phone number in 3 years. That is how uninterested these people are to me. One phone number in 3 years. I spoke to one guy and I spoke to him for like 10, maybe 10 minutes. I was like, nope, not interested. You have to hit me. And if you don't wow me in the first like hello, I'm done. Like, and I'm not lowering that standard either. There's always someone worse off. 2 scammers on those dating sites. I agree. But it's not even that. They just, you know, everybody answers the same thing. Hi, beautiful. What the fuck is that? Like, can you give me something original? Like, there was this one guy. I almost dated him. I almost gave him my number. But I knew that I wasn't attracted to him. But he left like a really nice response, like a long response, telling me about his life, telling me about, you know, what he did, who he was. I respected that. But the more I looked at him, I'm like, we would never hit it off. But but it's tough. I don't go to bars. I don't want to go to bars. I don't want that kind of like meet someone like that. And it's just, I don't know. I hated dating so much. I finally married my husband just to get it over with. Or they open it. We said exactly, Janelle. That's exactly. See, Australia is the same way. Then go to weddings. All my friends are long married already, and even like my friends that want to hook me up, the guys aren't my type. They're just not for me. Yuck bars, the cesspools for dating. Yeah, not so much anymore though. Um, we love you too, sarcasm. If I had to get back in the dating world, I'd be single. But that's what I'm saying. I've been single for so long. It's like now that the kids are getting older, I'm getting lonely. Like I don't want to just be single. Like I want to. I guess I'm ready to get back out there, maybe. Um, but it's like so much easier to go with what you know. Like that's what's hard too. Like just sticking with what you know. Go with an ex or just have fun with an ex or something like that. But it's still not like I'm ready to really find someone. But after if that works, you don't want that woman. What do you say? I missed it. Get another dog, you'll have less grief. That is true. Yep, I date my ex. See, Mar, you do. A lot of people do. And I thought about it, but I can't do it. You could have my husband. No, thanks, Hockey Mom, but he's got he produces boys. He produces lots of boys. I don't want any more kids. And that's another thing, like, do I want to date a guy with kids? But if I don't want to date a guy with kids, then they're usually afraid of commitment by this age. I see where you're going with this, Laura, and last time, yes, I'll date you. Thanks, Ravi. I've asked you to date me a long time ago. We just have to get you straight first. Exactly what you mean. I'm with my husband almost 30 years. And that's the funniest thing too. When I left Brad, I thought, like he even said, like, you're going to find someone within a month. And I almost thought I was going to, but then I needed time to heal. And that time just kept going on and on and on. But like I said, like yesterday, I'm so afraid to find another narcissist that it's kept me from dating. Not me, that's Mari. Yes. I'm like you, I date no one. How do you know old blue eyes? My last boyfriend was young. He was too young. No more kids to me since my plumbing is gone. I have 2 years single. I broke up with him beginning of 2018. Yeah, the beginning of 2018. So a year and a half. Try to meet men and women with kids these days. That's true. Queen Bee. Not really well, but I count my blessings daily. Good guys still out there. I don't know, Beth. I don't think they are. I think they disappeared. I always said if something with the husband, there would be no more men. You say that until you get lonely. And then I think of my mom. Like my mom had old blue eyes. I got to get them straight first. My mom was with my dad for 50 years, 49 years. And then he died. And she was on a dating rampage. She was dating everybody that asked. And she ends up meeting a fantastic guy. And now they've been together like 3.5 years. They travel all over. He takes her all over the world. Like, they have a wonderful relationship. And, I mean, that's pure luck. But she was actually the first guy he ever met. And then on a dating site. And then she didn't date him. And then she dated like 50 other people, and then she came back to him. But me and the kids would joke around with her, like, Mom, you're turning into a hoe. Sage would be like, Grandma, you need to find one guy. But she did. She would go out every night. Sometimes I feel alone, far from lonely. Just don't want any added stress. Mom and Dad still, yeah, my parents would still be together if my dad hadn't died. They still have speed dating. I just have to get through the first conversation. Me and my husband found ourselves in Japan, both on vacation, and he was from Morocco. We hit it off. See, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to go on vacation somewhere, like go on a cruise or something, and hope that some single guy is also on a cruise, that same cruise. Thanks, Kim. He died in 2014. And I really I'm saying that it's going to be hard to date at 48, but fuck, my mom started dating at what, 70? And now she's, 69. Yeah, my dad died at 69. She was 67. So she started dating at like 68 or 69. And she had no problem. My dad just died at 50 years. I'm sorry, Poppy. Tell her to start dating. It worked for my mom. I've been an offering for 30 some years. Ziggs. I don't know. I want to show my kids that, there is someone out there. Thanks, old blue eyes. Parents have been married 46 years. You know what? I don't think she cares one bit. I really don't. Barbara, what? What'd I miss? Greg, who? Greg, what'd I miss? Sad it is, but I just think of the awesome people she lost out on. Her mistake. Who? Me? Oh, okay. You are young and pretty. I bet that should be made nameless. Alright. I still don't know if you even know about it, Laura. I don't. I'm obviously missing something. Roomful of women you think most have seen yet heard about Barat? No, not you, my little purple friend. I don't know. It's just, believe me, when I date, I'll let you guys know, I promise. So there is something I do want to bring up tonight. I love you too, Greg. There is something I want to bring up tonight that I kind of wasn't going to say anything, but I kind of feel like it needs to be addressed. So somebody in the YouTube world keeps throwing dags at Patreons of anybody's. Doesn't matter whose Patreon it is. And it's been really bothering me. And I wasn't going to address it, but I kind of feel like I have to. And I keep getting a lot of emails that people are afraid to join Patreon because of the shit that's gone on. So I just want everyone to know that Patreon is secure. I don't want anyone to have to worry. I don't want anyone to let haters not support me or support Patreon or anything whether it be me as a supporter or somebody else, or, you know, a random, if you want to, you know, sign up to a different Patreon, that's fine. But I just wanted you guys to know that Patreon also is taking a lot of precautions to make it safe. We have an absolute blast. Of course, I'll tell you to join mine. But it's just, there's so much support, and I belong to another Patreon that's really like very true crime oriented, and I've gotten some wonderful subs from there. And the guy that I go to has like 9,000 Patreons. He's like goals, you know, hashtag goals. And he has 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's done 8 videos. Like, he's huge. His name is Jim Can't Swim, and he does analyzing of different like interviews and stuff, and a lot of his stuff is on Patreon. He's got like 30 videos on Patreon, and I've met some really awesome people over there. So I just want to let everyone know, like, there's a reason why Patreon, where someone like him has 9,000 Patreons. I mean, even at $1, that's $9,000 a month. I mean, that's amazing. So I just want everyone to know that it is safe and it is secure. And I just, being that people, my haters have, some of my haters have made it out to be this horrible thing, and it's really not. It happens to be an awesome support in whatever genre you're looking for. So I really wanted to throw that out there. He is awesome, right? Why is being a patron being treated like a dirty? I agree with you, sarcasm. That's why I wanted to address it. I just think it's sick of what's being put out there. I really do. Is Jim hot? I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. I'm supposed to get his Facebook thing, but I haven't gotten it yet. He's not very attentive. But I can't say anything because I'm supposed to make wine glasses forever ago, and I still haven't made them. So I can't complain. I'm not one to hold people to their Patreon stuff. See, a lot of people know him. I know, Poppy. I know. I promise you we'll get done this week. I promise. I keep telling my daughter we have to do the wine glasses. I gotta get them out. Pugs threaten to take you down in a chat. It made me worry. Pugs cannot take me down. Pugs is Pugs. Pugs, I'm not even worried about it. People starting shit just for content because they have none. I agree with Angel Pepper. But it's bothering me about the patrons the most. It really is. Because patrons support a channel. That's what they do. It doesn't matter if you have 10,000 patrons, if you have 5 patrons. You know, they support the channel. And it's no different than commercials. For people to take digs at that, in my opinion, is fucked up. It goes beyond low. And to me, it's just jealousy. It's ridiculous. But it really saddens me that there's video after video about it. Greg, like Laura says, I've met a lot of wonderful people on YouTube, such as you. Oh, Greg's great. I meant get on the 9,000 a month, dude. I'm telling you. That's like hashtag goals. But, like, he's just as bad as I am because his thing is you could sign up for $1 or a 10, and I signed up for the max, which was 10, because you get, like, his Facebook stuff, and I want to interview him and all sorts of stuff, and I haven't gotten anything from him yet. So he's just as bad as me, so I don't feel so bad. Ben wants to know if you can figure out why you can't see him. I have a feeling I know why. I could see him on this side. I just can't see him on the main chat. But if I read the chat on the wall, I could see it. So, I mean, I know he's not blocked. It's got to be a Google thing. Cohen is Jewish? What does that have to do with anything, Ben? See, I can see him there. Ma, do you mind if I tell Laura about it privately, not in the room? I have a feeling it's a Google thing. I can't see him. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know why people want to take creators down. Oh, Blue Eyes, I totally agree with you. Or why they talk about me when I'm not even in a room. I saw a screenshot of in a room before. Someone brought me up. I wasn't even in the room. I'm not even, like, nobody was even talking about me. Go look at a latest video. A little too much Botox. I think Laura's confused about Greg and your combo. I've emailed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been really, really bad about emails lately, just so you guys know. I have been. And I had emails from like 2 weeks ago that I realized were all the way down at the bottom. So you should trademark your name. What, Perplexed? Isn't it kind of trademarked already, though? Like, because I, like, got it to myself. Do you periodically refresh live chat versus top chat? I know I have to refresh. No, actually, I forgot to do that. But I still won't see Ben. You know what? Let me try something here. Manage my Google account. It was manage your Google account and then security. Which one was it? People and sharing. Here we go. 40 blocked users. All right. Hold on. I'm getting rid of all of them. Ben, I'll let you know when to type. Hey, Clary. All right. Ben, see, Ben, now I can see you. All right, Ben, you're good. Now I can see everyone. Type, I can see you. Any QuickBooks pros in the house? Help a sister out. Nope. Look at Laura, I'm blocking like mad. I know, right? No, that was my Google thing. My Google block. I wonder if it like goes on there after a certain amount of time. Hey, Galway girl. You know when she had that psycho call her and she said, Jimmy, get the gun. I love when she said that still. Who? I'm a QB advisor. That's a good sign. QB QuickBooks, I'm assuming. Now it should be a lot better, though. Because now that I have everyone blocked. By the way, guys, that's not my house behind me. That's a picture. It's a green screen. I wish that was my fucking house behind me. You guys would be like, shit, you don't need Patreon. I'm going to learn school home. Let's see how that goes. Thank you, Fancy Kitty. My granddaughter was almost 3 and her mom told her to do something. She said, no, I'm in timeout. I told you guys a story. My son once put green screen. I'm scandalized. Yeah, a lot of people thought that was my house. That's not my house behind me. I wish that was my fucking house. The house is huge. Yeah, can you imagine single mom affording a house like that? Shit. I feel fine. My grandma had that psycho call and threatened her on a live. She told her husband clear as day, Jimmy, get the gun. She was badass. I remember hearing about that. She hates me. I know, I wish it was my house. Now, I have a wall behind me. My room isn't that big. And all my equipment's in my room. But yeah, I know. I wish that was me. I wish that was my house. I know, I'm feeling fine. I was crying before. I cracked up and got myself in trouble. That's not good. You wouldn't want to clean a house that big. That is true. But then again, if as a single mom, if I could afford a house that big, shit. I'd have a cleaning girl. It is nice, though. Yeah, I could change it to a lot of different things. I don't have that much stuff downloaded. But, like, I can make it... I could be in a casino. See? I could be in a casino all of a sudden. I could be in Santa Monica Pier. I wish I never had to wash another dish. I could be in the living room. I could be in hell. The gates of hell. I'm in line for that Ferris wheel. Damn right. Now I'm in the gates of hell. Hey, Jackie. Jackie, I'm almost done. My son that you can't see. I could be in space. San Francisco Bridge. Gates of Hell was your idea. You're right. How about the Oval Office? You know what? I haven't downloaded that. If I here, this is a good one. Hold on. There you go. Can't really see it though. But yeah, I mean, I could be whatever. I could choose anything. Do they have eggplants? Bye, Stacy. That's it, Lord for president. I could be... Where else? I need a pool boy. I need a pool first, though. Where else can I be? Oh, I know where I could be. Hold on, I'll show you where I can be. Watch this. Are you guys ready? Oh, you can't see him. There you go. Now you can see him. How's that? I have to move my chair down. Up the other way. There you go, me and Johnny T. See, now that I can get used to. I didn't even think of that. That's creepy, though. That would be really creepy. Tell me more about the popular... Oh, I went through it already, hon. I'm going to cry if I do. I'm going to cry if I do it again. I know, it's kind of creepy, right? I don't like him staring. That's weird. I agree. He does need less clothes. I guess Laura doesn't dream about eggplant much. No, I don't. I could be the judge. Who raped her? They never said populist. It wasn't about what happened to her in the past. It was more that she was that she was in a that she was in like her last stages. He's got a nice car. You know what's funny? I like never looked up his house before. He's got a nice ass house. I could swim to his house. I don't know why I should have named. I really don't. I could be Ocean. Alright, I'll stay in the ocean for now. You can have Travolta, I get Kelly. Ben, that's a deal. I gotta find a way to get rid of Kelly. A nice girls cruise. I would do that. Sounds like another elite pedophile ring. No, it wasn't a pedophile ring. Why she didn't name her attacker? I don't believe so. And if she did, the papers aren't saying it. So she might have, but the papers aren't saying it. Ziggy, don't care. I'll take him anyway. We have to take Ben to keep him out of trouble. You think? I think so too. Hang on, I'll be right back. Ugh. Guess who I have? Guess who I brought with me? Oh. Fluffy! Where were you when I was crying? Where were you when I was crying? Fluffy! Oh. Where were you when I was crying? Bah. Bah. Oh. He's all dirty. His eyes got eye gook. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Supposedly he's bisexually. I don't even care. I'll take him anyway. Oh, the baby. Oh. He is 16 months. He was born January 7th of 2018. I know he hops in bed with me at night and he cuddles. Hey, Cheryl. He my little snuggles. He my boo-boo. Right? You my little boo-boo. Day before his birthday, really? He's the 6th? I didn't know that. Say hi, everyone. So I have to get my nails cut before I put a hole in the damn carpet. Oh. Say hi. What? So, I'm going to shut this down. What? You hungry? My baby Bella's 5. She's a Maltese and tiny. Yeah, he's tiny. He's my little sugar plum. Looks like a little lamb. See, my big one's a big cuddler too. He's so cute though. He loves me. Right? You love me? You love me? He's like too small though. Like, Book is like a monster. I'm trying to get his eye boogers out. He ain't having it. Good night, Ben. Oh. So sorry I cried, everyone. I don't know why I cried. I'm just a mush lately. I don't know why. I'm just a big old mush. Oh. Are you hungry? You want to eat? So I will see you guys. Don't forget Friday night, if you guys weren't here earlier. So Friday night, gonna do paranormal night, where people could call in about different ghost stories, different like ghost stuff that they had. I think it'll be awesome. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Tomorrow night, other channel, Sage is gonna be on. I'm not sure what she's doing yet, but she will definitely be on. And taking my headache to bed. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go to bed too. Work sucks. But until I have 9,000 Patreons, I'm stuck working. So don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to check out my other channel as well. And if you guys weren't here earlier, I'm rebuilding this channel back up because it's taken some pretty bad hits. So I'm rebuilding it back up, and I got it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Watch out for the euthanasia. I'm not worried about the euthanasia. And like I said, don't forget Sage is on tomorrow night. And then I'll see you guys Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday I'll do it on my other channel. See, that's good. I'm going to have everyone call in. Love you too, guys. I'm going to have everyone call in. Different people call in with like the best ghost stories that you have. Now you're hungry? Yeah, I think Fluffer's hungry. Say goodnight. Say night-night. So I will see you guys tomorrow night with Sage. Sage says to me today, she's like, Mom, do you want to do something tomorrow? I said, what would you like to do? I don't know. Let's do something mom and daughter. I said, okay, Sage, we'll do something mom and daughter. So night-night. I will see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow's on the other channel with Sage. Other station. Night-night. Patreon, I will speak to you guys shortly. Outro? I gotta change the outro. It's getting boring. Same one over and over.